bienvenidos a el episodio 9 del podcast Tibiano. Today we have a special guest, so now we're going to speak in English for her and for everyone that joins our new episode 9 of el podcast Tibiano, which is going to be completely in English and some Spanglish because we're Latinos.
So we are here with Ellie. Hi, Ellie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
We are good. We are good. So
fine.
The first question of I do on every single episode. How are you doing with all this stuff, the COVID stuff around the whole pandemic? You know.
Surviving. Right now, everything is kind of just gone crazy. Well, at least here in Canada, in Toronto, the GTA, not Grand Theft Auto, Greater Toronto area.
Okay.
Things are opening up. We're just entering stage 3. So restaurants are now open and you can eat inside. Like, I mean, restaurants have been open, but just for takeout or
50%.
Or delivery. Yeah. Capacity is like half, and like the tables have to be put like far apart.
Do they respect it? Because here we're in the same stage, but they don't really listen. Everything's packed, so really.
Oh no. You have to listen, and it's like mandatory to wear masks indoors and stuff. If you're sitting outside, it's different. So like, as long as you're keeping social distance, you don't need to wear your mask. At least that's from what I'm understanding. That's what it is right now. I would still wear my mask just because, I mean, people are still getting sick. There's no 100% like vaccine kind of thing yet, you know? And like people say people who get sick, they can also get sick again. They just don't know. So
it's crazy. It's too crazy.
Yeah. But things are looking better here. There's like less cases. I mean, there are still cases every day.
I would like to say the same about here, but it's not happening.
Oh. Well, here it's looking better.
What do you mean it's not happening?
We have like the most case in the world. And we are like, hey, let's open everything up. And we are just fucked. We are getting
it's just the same over here. We're like third in world with cases. And my city is the one who has more cases in the whole Mexico, like in the whole country. And they're opening up bars and movie theaters and everything, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, movie theaters are planning to open here too. It's very like you're gonna have to keep seats apart. They're gonna have to sanitize everything, and you have to wear your mask. So I don't know how you're gonna eat popcorn, but
I will have like a Lysol spray and everything.
Yeah,
it's gonna
spray myself with Lysol every time I go out. Like
that's gonna be super weird.
Yeah.
But well, anyways, now entering into the Tibia related stuff, we would like to know, how did you meet Tibia? I mean, how did you start?
How did I start? Oh my God, it was grade 4 or grade 5. It's a very long time ago.
How old were you?
Yeah, I don't even know. What was I, like 11 years old?
Oh my God.
10 or 11? Yeah, I was young. And my friends would play Tibia. And like back then, like they would pay for preview and stuff through allowance. Okay, I never really had allowance. That wasn't a thing for me. It was just kind of like, here, like, you know, if your parents need something, they would give you something, you know. But like, and like you do your chores, whatever. But like they like the growing up here, it's like, you know, you grow up, you go do your chores and you get paid for doing your chores. And I'm just like, that's kind of cool. No, my parents don't do that. Different culture. No, you do it. But yeah, so like they would put like the money, like I remember this because they'd be like, look, I got my allowance, I get preemie time. So they put it in the envelope, they put it, they write the letter, the address, whatever, and they'll mail it. And then they have preemie time. And I'm like, I wish I could do this. I always said that. I wish I could do this. But my parents were like, no, you shouldn't play video games, blah, 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 blah. If you're playing, you play it like that. I'm not paying for it. And I'm like, okay. So
what year was that?
That was like 2006. That's when I started playing more. I started in 2004, but I forgot my account information. And, you know, if you don't log in, they just like, bye-bye. So it was like after like 6 months or something, the account just disappeared, and I was like, whatever. I mean, I never made it out of Rookguard. It was no big deal. But then 2006. That's when I made Ellie Blademaster, and like finally,
Wow.
yeah,
14 years ago.
yeah,
Wow.
very long
And
time
the
ago.
same character, you never lost it, you never got hacked, you never anything.
No.
That's cool.
She's a good girl.
Yeah,
Hello,
totally shy lover. But yeah, and it's like I think it was 2010. That's when I like paid for premium because I was like, hey, I'm 18. I can use my PayPal. I can pay it for myself. I was so happy. I was like so proud of myself. I was like, this is mine. You know, like I could do this. And
what
so like,
level were you at the time? Like the first time you paid premium?
I don't remember. I usually, so as a free account, being a mage is the worst possible thing you could be because you just
Yeah, I
never make
know.
money, especially back then. It was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I have to use mana potions. Okay, 100 gold for 2 mana potions. There goes my money. It's done.
I
So,
used to do look backs in goals, and I would
yes.
just
And
stand
it,
still until my mana would fill, and then keep hunting, and then we'll stop again.
It was a
So-
whole different game.
I
Yeah.
ended up just like healing people in the depot because like once you're level 18, I think you can get the COs heal
I
friends.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would just be in the depot. I'm like, oh, his HP is low. Heal. And like that's how I got magic level. That's literally all I did. And I would play my EK Starfire Blademaster. So that was like my main character at that time because it's so much easier to play an EK free account because you can actually
Yeah.
hit without using mana or pots or whatever. Or you use a health pot if you're like really dying. And I'd go to Fibula. You know, the
Wow.
Rotworm Cave?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh
like
yeah.
before they put the carrion worms, they had like the demon skeleton in there, and the demon skeleton would always
remember.
kill me, and it was like the most saddest thing ever. But
I'm never gonna go back.
or people would come and PK and then take your loot bag and like throw it in the water or cause drama. Yeah.
That
But
was I think that was Shivera, right?
yeah, that was on
You
Shivera.
always played Shivera.
Yeah, that was our home. The home of the Blademasters. A lot of them retired after. That's why my name is Blademaster. It's not
Oh, it's like a last name, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, family name.
It's a family name.
How did
There
you
was-
start?
Like, okay, so the two of my friends from school, they are the ones who introduced me to the game, and like their cousins also played. And so once we were in high school, we kind of all knew each other, and like we all played, and it was kind of nice, and we got to meet like different people. We're still actually in contact. Like I have one of my WhatsApp groups with some of our friends, and like it's kind of cool because like we changed the name to like family chat, which is kind of funny because I have a real family chat, which gets a little confusing. So I have to be
Yeah,
careful.
Yeah.
But like
Okay, so
they're married
have a
with children. So cool.
I have a question. Do they still play, and what do they think of you still playing? Don't they say like, "You still here?"
No, they're okay. Sometimes they ask me like, cause they know I'm one of the more active people playing. I don't play as much as I used to, but like I'm still one of the active people playing. So they say, "Oh, what's new? How's it going?" And I remember I took one of my friends, Corey, to Rashomon for a hunt, and he was only like level 30. I said, "You can use avalanches," and he's like, "The creature's so big." He's like, "Oh my god, he's hitting so much." I'm like, "Relax, calm down. We're standing over here. Just throw the avalanches." He's like, "Oh my god, it got levels so fast." I'm like, "Yeah, this is what Tibia's turned into."
Oh my god.
It was so funny, but like he was the happiest person ever. It was cool. It was cool. So when they come back, like they usually come on just to like talk, but they ask like, what's new? But otherwise everybody's kind of just, focused on real life. Tibia is kind of like the game you can come back to and you can chat with old friends. You could see what's new. You just have to be careful because like they changed the PvP thing, right? Before
Yeah.
like long time ago we had the green skull. That's when the green skull, so when you're in party you can like actually like not kill somebody if you throw an avalanche, but now they have that no more kind of thing. But yeah,
Okay.
it's cool.
So,
No.
you know what? Now, I have been to your Instagram and I just noticed that you're like achievement hunter.
Oh, yeah.
So tell
I
me,
love achievements.
how that happened? I mean,
Have you
Um,
started?
you just wake up someday, oh, I'm gonna start collecting the achievement, or
oh no, my friend. So Michelle, one of my friends that like I started with years ago, she's the one who like introduced me to the game. She and I, we would always go. We'd always go hunting in like, you know, the dark magician cave close to Khazad-dûm?
yeah,
The tower, sorry,
Yeah,
not the
the
cave.
one
It's
yeah,
the
yeah, I know.
tower. You just keep
tower.
going up. Yeah. The Dark Magician Tower. So that's the place we would hunt when we were
Wow.
together, because we were like all of those creatures are mages, and I was on the EK. She's always an EK. So we'd always go there. We're like, okay, we're tag teaming. We're gonna go. We're gonna trap them in the corner. We're gonna kill them. And so we started with that, and we started collecting items, and we said, hey, look, these are like for add-ons and stuff. You know, and then we're like, okay, cool, and you get achievements from that. I'm like, oh my god, why don't we get more achievements? So we started doing achievements that way, and then I just continued with it because like it's fun. I mean, I'm not big on hunting. I kind of get bored after a while because I'm just like, okay, it's the same thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting another level. Okay, for me it's not like the biggest deal in the world. I like getting magic level because that's something I used to do like before, like just standing in the depot healing people, you know.
Why is your my level right now?
I don't remember.
You know what?
I
I
think
love
I
to do my
love
level.
Magic
It's
Level.
my
I
favorite
don't
thing in the
even
world. What's my
remember.
level? I don't know.
it used to be the favorite thing in the world. Now I love achievements. I think I'm at 1,077. I think because I just got a new one. So, yeah. But magic level, I think I'm 109 base or 108. I'm trying to aim for 110, 110 base magic level.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. So, have you always played on PvP servers, right?
Yes.
Are
I
you
just
good at it?
recently started playing on optional PvP.
Why?
Because it got really toxic on my server. And like when there was a war going on, people started talking shit and I didn't want to hear shit. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna take the toxic out, take a break, play on another server. And actually optional PvP is a lot of fun. There's so many people who RPG, just like how they do in Antica. It's
Yeah.
like they do that a lot more on optional PvP servers. And it's so cool because I'm just like, I troll and like, okay, I love pandas. So like I'd always summon pandas and stuff, and other people like kind of caught on to that. And so now my guild leader, we had this whole conversation. I was actually looking for the picture the other day. I couldn't find it. But we had a whole conversation. I was like, roar. And he's like, roar, roar. And I was like, roar, roar, roar. I'm like, this is panda talk. But the whole conversation, that's all we said to each other on Tibia. That's all we said. People were like, what the heck? But it was so funny because, like, you know, people can play along.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, that's cool. That's like the whole RPG, you know?
Yeah, I get it. That's just awesome, you know?
Yeah,
That's just awesome.
it's fun. So it's like things you can like. There's times that like Tibia, yeah, you can get really stressed, but like then there's other times where you find moments like this to like just relax and be chill and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, there's always has been that fight between the people that play on auctionals and PvP servers.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's always has happened, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
The only
feel-
thing it's like I find sometimes with optional PvP, it's like so yeah, some people will respect when you're hunting in a respawn. Other people will just try to come in KS. So like they'll kill all your creatures and you're kind of like, okay, I can't do nothing. I can't take a skull. I can't like throw an SD at you or something. You know, just to like be like, yo, bro, like what the hell? I'd rather you kill me PvP than kill me PvE because I lose a lot more in PvE than PvP.
Yeah.
Like if somebody comes at me and they're like attacking me, I'll be like, okay, yeah, kill me. I'll take it. I don't care. I'll take it. I lose more magic level with the PvE death than I do with the PvP death.
Yeah, that's true. That's why.
Have you ever like enjoyed
PvP?
playing PvP or?
Yeah, I did. I'm terrible at it, but it's so much fun. Really, I'm so bad. So
I get too nervous.
Yeah, my hands start shaking. I'm like, oh my god, I'm healing. But I'm like, but then I tell like what I used to do when I played on Umera, and like we would just PvP and stuff for fun. It'd be so funny because then people would come and be like, "Oh my God, Ellie, go!" And I'm like, "Okay." I took Skull. Everybody retargeted to me. I'm like, "I'm gonna run." So I start running, and I'm like, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna die. You guys run the other way because other people are skulled." I'm like, "Everybody's on me. Let them be on me. I'm gonna lure them this way. You guys go that way. Put me as the distraction." So they're like, "That can work." I'll be the sacrifice because I'm terrible at PvP. They'll be like, magic wall. I'm like, it's not working.
You remember that movie? What is the name of the?
You're describing me.
What is the name of the movie? The
Or
Hunger
they'll say
Games.
paralyze.
You're gonna be like the
Hunger Games. Oh my God. Yeah. So like I actually enjoy PvP. It is fun. But like it gets like annoying when it gets super toxic. Like let's say somebody's coming after you like 24/7 and I'm like, okay. Like I've got it hunted once before, but I made the most out of it because I'm like, all right, you're giving me time to work on achievements. Guess what I'm going to do all day? You have a problem with me being online for a long time because I don't know why it was a thing to say, oh, hunteds are online for so long. Why are they online? We should have the most time online. Why are they online? So I'm just like, no, screw you. I'm going to go get my achievement. So what did I do? I went swimming to get the swimming achievement. So I'd be in Liberty Bay and all these people would like come up and they'd be like, what's she doing? I'm like, so I just smile and be like, I'm working on my achievement. Thanks,
I'm swimming. You know?
Yeah, I'm just swimming. Just keep swimming.
All right.
Do you think Tibia has helped you deal with confinement? Like, has ever do anything for you? Even if we're in war, because we were in the same war and we know how toxic it was.
Yeah.
And I had to face war from a war guild, which is kind of harder. They were like harassing me all day. They would just go to my house every minute and they would just fucking spam me with messages every time I die or every time I do something.
Yeah, they'd be like, noob, you have no hands or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I started like not going online because I got bored of it. I wasn't enjoying it. Then one day I said, like, I really enjoy standing in my house making runes. So that's what I did for the most of the war, just standing in my house making runes. And that helped me dealing with my confinement. Did Tibia help you dealing with it?
Yeah, for me, it was more like I had to find something else to do, you know? I couldn't be outside. I couldn't mass res. Also, because there was like the weird bug or whatever. You know, if you mass res the wrong person, you'll end up with like red skull or black skull if they ended up dying. You know, that the weird bug that was going on. So I was just like, okay, I can't even like mass res people in my team. Like, what if there's like some PvP thing going on? We're going to end up being sacrificed. And I'm like, I don't want to lose my shit. So I was just like, okay, that's another reason too why I said, you know, I should play like optional PvP just for a different kind of experience. Because it is actually kind of different. Like, I mean, I'm used to throwing magic walls or, well, wild growths because druid. But like, I'm used to throwing wild growths to like help me like get around things or like help people move. Like my EK, if my EK is stuck, I'll throw a wild growth. Be like, yo, just step on it and we could continue.
Yeah.
Or like it can help block. So it works on PvP, but on optional PvP, if you step on a wild growth or a magic wall, it disappears.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like, oh my God, it's like, okay, even if I throw this, if somebody walks by, it's gone and I could die. So it's like, you have to figure out how, like a different kind of maneuver. So it's like somebody who hunts like in library on open PvP compared to optional PvP, they have to find a different spot to stand in if they want to live.
That's true.
Wow,
you can't like trap yourself the same way. You could, or like how some EKs, what they could do, like my friend, he would throw a magic wall and like it blocks it, but he could step on it, move it, so the monster lures to him and he can run around. Whereas if an EK on an open PvP throws a magic wall, he's stuck.
Yeah,
he has to wait till the magic wall goes down. It's not for
it's not like
PvP,
opening a way.
Yeah. For optional PvP, it's like us throwing wild growths,
Yeah.
but
Wow, I
EKs
didn't
can do
know
it.
that.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
So that's why I'm like, it's kind of cool because like I'm kind of learning like a different way of
To
hunting,
play?
different way of
So that
doing
takes time of
things.
you, like
Yeah.
So okay, I want to ask something.
It's
Besides
interesting.
swimming, what is your tibia goal?
Besides swimming, I've already got the swimming achievement. My tibia goal right now, I'm working on trying to save whatever money I have, and any way I can make money, for a Frumbus hat. I really want one. I mean, I have been wanting one for a while, but I've kind of also wanted other things. So it wasn't like my highest priority. Like it's still up there because it's one of those achievements I know that I'm never gonna get if like even if I try to kill Frumbus, like I've done the boss a couple times like in the Ascension quest,
Yeah.
but no luck because like obviously I need to be the better druid, and that's really hard because I don't get levels. I don't try to get level. I mean, I try sometimes, but it's not my goal. But because I'm a lower level, it's harder to be able to have the ability to frag the boss.
Yeah,
Or
that's true.
to give as much support because I don't have as much mana as a level 700. So like sometimes in the boss, you know, there's the rift fragments that like they do the drowning damage. If I don't like throw in an E-ring or something, I could die. Maybe I could live.
yeah, but
There's a high chance to live, but I mean, I don't want to wear the helmet of the deep because then I lose my magic level boost.
with Farmless Ascendant boss, it doesn't matter who frags it. Like it's random. You
Yeah,
can still get ahead.
that's
But you
very
gotta be
small
constant. Like
chance.
the problem is
You have to give
you
a
gotta
lot of
be
support,
constant.
though.
You gotta have a steady thing to go with every 20 days.
Yeah,
And that's hard to find.
Yeah, but
Like
the
right now I don't
chance
have any.
the chance to get the hat from that quest is like, I don't know,
one in a
point something 0.000 something percent.
million.
Wow. I went in a team once and one guy got it and I was like, oh, damn it,
Right.
I
Somebody
almost
on
got
my
it.
team ended up getting like the great shield, and I'm like, see, that would be nice too. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It doesn't have to be a Farmless hat, but give me something other than this fucking
I got the
trash.
boots. I think that was the best thing I got was the boots, the Frumbus boots. You know,
Look at that.
boots of
Yeah,
homecoming.
the boots of homecoming. Uh,
So now I want to enter in something. I mean, I want to talk something about. We already spoke about that, Ellie. But how are you related to Venezuela?
How am I related to Venezuela?
Yeah.
So, my husband, he passed away, unfortunately, but I met him through Tibia, and he's Venezuelan. And so one day, I mean, we tried a lot to meet in person, but, you know, obviously the situation in Venezuela, for those who are familiar, know that it's like almost impossible. And this was even like, what, like 5, 6, 7 years ago or something like that. Like this was a long time ago, but like it was still difficult. It wasn't that easy. And at that time I was also in school. So I wasn't working. And he was working, but he was also like he was working and in school because like
yeah.
over there you don't have that option to not work and be in school. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you kind of have to do both. That happens here too. Like sometimes you get into that situation where you have to do both. But it wasn't in the book, so we tried saying, oh, we'll meet in Mexico, but then we're like, okay, the cost could still be a little much. So I'm just like, okay, you know what, let's meet up in person. I'll come to Venezuela. So saved up whatever money we had. I went to Venezuela. It was amazing. It was a great trip. I met Angelina. And it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. And for us, like things were really great. And I think it was like a year or a year and a half after, like we got engaged and stuff, and then we finally had like the wedding, and it was beautiful. And Gina
And I was the maid of honor, and I got laid.
of course, and
I
she
got
fell.
delayed.
She fell down. She fell down, and she was late. Oh
I
my
was
goodness!
late, and I fell down right at the entrance in front of
Yeah.
everyone.
you
For-
even said too right before
For
that.
any reason, I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised.
I'm not surprised
oh my
about that.
God.
This video has to have like blurry space over here and a blurry space over here at some point.
I'm gonna try to do that. So. I'm gonna try to work
Just
on
put a
that.
green screen.
Yeah.
Just a green
I will
screen.
say something that I asked.
You are
for
not
a
allowed
shirt,
to.
and she denied the shirt for me.
You are not allowed to.
Okay, so
What were we talking? Oh, okay. So
Oh yeah. So the wedding was great. It was beautiful and everything. And yeah, that's how, because like I think at the time, like before the wedding, I spent like a month in Venezuela itself.
yeah,
So it was really cool. And it was actually kind of funny because I know it's like not a safe country and all that. Thankfully, maybe I blend in somehow. I don't know how, but I blend in. And the only thing I had to do was
she
not
looks
really
more
speak.
Latina than me. Like she has a huge
actually,
bun
yes.
and, like she's like
Oh my God. Okay.
tan and everything. She looks more Latina than me.
Oh shit, girl. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah. So the really cool thing that like Edward's family, his name was Edward. I don't know if I said it, but Edward's family was kind of shocked because we would like to travel around and stuff, and I wanted to experience Venezuela, like for whatever it was. So we did go in the subway, the metro, the
Yeah. Okay.
tube. I don't
But
know,
it was not
whatever you
Yeah, the
call it.
subway.
awful as it is right now. It
Yeah.
was like acceptable.
It was
Still acceptable.
something I've never experienced here. Usually when the subway is full, it's full. That's it. You can't go in. This is like me. I was squished up against the door and I was like, okay.
What was the feeling
Like,
of that?
oh my God.
And
One, it
everyone's
was so
sweating
hot.
all over
And I'm
you.
like, everybody's so close to me. And I was like, okay, this is too, I'm like claustrophobic now. I've never experienced that. Like usually, like here on our subways, they're like, don't lean against the door. Okay, here I had no option.
Yeah.
I
Like
was just like, I was like
like-
pushed up against the door. I was like, yeah.
It's like
But I'm like-
Japanese subway without the guys pushing you because people
Yeah.
pushes you.
Oh my God, they push and it's so bad. It's not even the
Yeah.
guys, it's the girls too. Like,
Yeah,
like
everyone pushes.
oh, those-
Like, it's awful.
it is. But that was a cool experience. And I also went on the bus, like the public buses.
Huh?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Just to go.
Those are so dangerous. Like
I
you don't
know,
even
but it was I don't know. It was okay for me.
You were just living the experience, yeah.
Well, but there was a really, really funny story. So the shirt that I'm wearing, actually, so like the back of it, there's like strings.
Okay.
Okay, so like it kind of like crisscrosses, but there's like the string can be really long. So
Yeah.
Edward was in the front of the bus because there was like no place to sit down, and I went to the back because there was one seat. So I was like, okay. So I sat down, and then he called me. He's like, okay, we're getting off here. So I was like, okay. So I start walking, like permiso, because that's what I know. And then I went through, and then they're like, chica, chica, chica. And I'm just like, are they talking to me? I'm like, I don't think. I ignored it, and I just kept walking. And then they tapped me, and I turned around. This string got stuck in the seat. So my string was like going across the whole bus. I was at the front. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was just like, I can't say, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, lo siento. Gracias. Oh, it was so bad.
Wow.
It was so bad. I was so embarrassed because they were all calling me and I didn't even know because obviously I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't know they were calling me. Oh, it was so funny. And then I got off and like he had to like fix the string and stuff because that whole thing like pulled and my shirt became like short in the back. Oh, it was so bad.
Oh my
It
God.
was so embarrassing.
You went to the beach?
Yes. Oh my God, I went to Tucacas.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love Tucacas.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so amazing. The name, I mean, it could have been named something better because it's like Tucacas.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was so good.
I think it's an Indian name or something. It should be an
Honestly,
Indian
I
like
hope
it
so.
could be. It could be the native name. Yeah.
I hope
yeah,
so.
native name.
Yeah. So like two cacas. When I told my mom, she's like, "You went where? What?" And she's like, "It's beautiful."
Does
Yeah,
it
it's
smell
beautiful. Yeah. Did you smell it? Oh my God. Not one, but two. Okay.
Yeah, amazing. Did you like it? Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It was so, so nice. I loved it. I
Yes.
loved Los Juanes.
Oh
Because
my.
so Tucacas is
They have like small islands around.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's the small islands. Like it's the main city, and then like the little boat takes you off to the little islands. It was that one, and oh my God, what's the other name? It starts with an S.
Uh, sombrero, callo.
El
Yes,
sombrero.
that one, sombrero. That one,
Okay.
the hat.
Yeah,
Okay.
The hat.
The hat. Yeah, and that one, oh my God, that was so pretty. Cause like one side is like the actual like ocean like waves, and then the other side is like the like the blue water, like
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
shallow, and like you can just chill. And oh my God, the seafood is so good. Oh,
I have
I
to
love
ask you
like the
some- I have
the
to-
mix, the seafood.
I have
and
to
the
ask you something
mussels.
about
Oh,
that.
so good.
How do you feel about the fish? The fried fish?
Well, it's good. Like fresh over there, it was good. I
Because-
wasn't expecting it. The guy came around with fishes, and he's just like, "Do you like these? Do you want to eat?" So I was thinking, I'm like, "Yeah, that's nice." I didn't know how he was making it. He comes back and they're like barbecued and cooked and fried, and I'm like, it
Okay.
still has a face. I cannot eat a fish that has a face. Like, can
Yeah.
you take off the face?
That's why I'm asking.
It's
Because,
looking at me.
that's why I'm asking because you know the people over here and obviously over there they are used to eat the fish like without the face and without the
Yeah.
tail.
Tail so, but yeah. Well, like when we make it at home, it's like cooked fully. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my mom always takes off the thing because she knows I don't like to look at it. I cannot see, like it knows I'm eating the fish, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
My dad eats the eye. He likes it.
My grandpa does too. I was like,
And I'm like, ew.
no, thank you.
No, thank
But yeah.
you.
But oh my God, I do love all the Venezuelan foods and everything. Oh, I learned how to make arepas.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not the
Do you still
best.
make it?
I actually wanted to do it like 2 days ago. I was like craving arepas, and I'm like, oh my God, I should do it. But then I don't have the flour.
The flour, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
have
can
to go to
find
the
it
store.
in Walmart.
Yeah. You can find it here.
That's good.
But the cheese. I miss the cheese.
We all do that.
That's something I cannot get here.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
You
Me too.
cannot get anywhere. It's like
seriously.
people
There's a
doesn't
place here.
understand.
There's a place here. I think it's in Quebec. That actually makes the cheese a similar way of how it is in Venezuela. Because there was one lady who made me tequeños, and like I ordered from her, and it tasted almost the same. And I was like, where did you buy your cheese? She's
Wow.
like, I have somebody in Quebec. And I'm just like,
She
can I
was
get
like-
their number? It's like,
I
no,
have
that's
somebody.
my business.
That sounds
give me
that
your
sounds creepy.
card
She's like,
from
I know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Yeah.
For cheese, I know a guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, I love all the foods.
So okay, after the wedding and all that, did you went back to Venezuela?
Yeah, I did for my birthday actually. Birthday / honeymoon, because like there was so much other work that we had to get done, and like I had to return to work over here and stuff too. So I had to come back. We couldn't do another honeymoon after. Work is just like you get one month off. That's it. You can stay 1 month, but you have to come back. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, and that's when we went to Tucacas again.
Oh,
I
that's
really
great.
love Tucacas, so
Yeah.
we had to go.
I do.
I don't get that kind of beach over here in Canada. Like no way. Maybe in Mexico, but no way in
You know
Canada.
where Andreina lived, actually.
I've seen
Yeah,
Mexican
or even
beaches.
Cancun too.
No, I think
No?
if you go to Los Cabos, you will find a beach that may be similar to.
What about Tulum?
Tulum, Cancun. It's not the same. It's like
Almost.
they're
but-
not bad beaches, but they're not good either because the waves are too big and the beach is
they're
too,
not like you can
too
relax
deep.
kind of thing.
No.
Uh,
Only if you go to like Isla Mujeres, which you have to take a boat and
the
go to the
island.
island.
Yeah,
But it's always like packed with people. So it's
I would
not the
assume
same
so.
experience.
It would be really crowded.
You
Yeah.
hear that?
What's that?
Maybe. Yeah. Fire alarm?
Yeah.
It's okay. It stopped.
Yeah, it's a stop it. I was going to die, but
You're catching fire.
almost,
Oh my goodness.
almost. Okay.
Okay, let's return to the tibia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Sorry. Now
No,
let's
no,
going
it's
back
okay.
to Tibia. So you say your goal now is to get the Fire Embrace hat.
Yeah, a Framber's hat, maybe level 500, maybe. I'm not in a rush though. No rush.
So
Like
if you get the
if I
hat,
hunt, I hunt.
if you get the hat, what you're gonna retire? You're gonna
Yes.
Oh yes,
No.
like that.
No.
No.
Um,
Yes, no.
I don't know.
Have you
'Cause-
been streaming?
No. As of recently, no. Because okay, well, I originally stopped streaming because I got a puppy and he takes up most of my time because I have to give full focus to him. Otherwise he will destroy the house. So, continuous like training and stuff, like giving him treats, being like, okay, listen, gotta pay attention to me. I'm your alpha. so yeah. But I try to stream every now and then. It's just I get busy, or it's like I start streaming and I'm like doing something and then all I hear is like, Ellie, Simba's destroying something, and I'm like,
Okay, beer.
so I'd have to go AFK. I have to do whatever I have to with him, put him in his crate, be like, hey, you gotta listen. All right, give him the 5-minute kind of thing and then let him out. Kind of, like give him his little punishment and then I can come back. But I mean, in that time, if I was streaming, I'd have to stop or I'd have to say, okay, be right back, guys. And like that, it'd kind of be like interrupting all the time, and I didn't want to do that. I could take breaks every now and then. Like I could probably do like a 2-hour hunt, but sometimes I don't want to hunt. I just want to, like, I still haven't completed the new Lion Bastion quest.
Yeah.
So like I was trying to work on that the other day, and I was like, oh, maybe I could stream this. But then I was like, it's okay. I'm too tired. the laziness kind of kicked in at that point because it was kind of late. It was like around 11 or midnight. I think that's when I was there. Because I was so busy during the day, so I finally just did it in the night. That's when other people could be there too. So I was like, okay. I don't like to do things alone. I mean, I don't mind, but usually when I do things alone, that's like when I would play on one of my alternate characters or like on the non-PvP, well, a different non-PvP. Like I've been playing on Astera, but I also have this character on Gladera. So I'd like to go on that because I don't talk to too many people, but when I play there, it's kind of just like me time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just want to do like your Char Lover thing, like do the Hat of the Mad quest or something, just like something like just chill where you don't want to like do anything, but just play, but not talk to anybody, but just play.
Do you see?
It's kind of
Do you
nice.
see yourselves playing in like, I don't know, 10 years?
I don't know. I
5?
don't know.
2?
2 years,
Tomorrow?
yeah. 5 years, sure. Tomorrow, yes. 10 years, I'm not sure because, like, as much as like I like playing, probably maybe I'll play just to be on or come say hi or come chat or something like that. Because I still enjoy the game for what it is. I still enjoy it. It hasn't it's changed a lot, but it hasn't completely disappointed me in that way. You know how like some people are like, oh, they nerfed this and they nerfed this. The nerfs don't affect me as much because I don't hunt.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like not the biggest deal in the world. For people who are trying to level, who like have that motivation, yeah, okay, it does affect them. But I guess in a way they also try to stop like the power abusing with the nerfs. Otherwise, it's like, oh, it's a closed respawn for 2 months because so many people want to hunt it and there's just no time. And like there's other people who want to play, but like obviously they have work and stuff. Like they have the 7 to 6 day job, you know what I mean? So they only have time in the evening, but then they don't really get any place to hunt because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Up so much XP and stuff. So yeah. But for me, 10 years, I think.
What would you like to say to somebody that would like to start today to play Tia? Like, hey, you have to do this, or stand fucking away from the game.
Run away. Just run. Don't look. No. If they want to try a different game, they can try Tibia. It depends on what type of community they go into. There are some nice English communities for the English speakers. Obviously, like the Brazilian and Spanish-speaking community is like huge. So like for them who want to start, it'll be easier. You know, finding players who speak English will be a little difficult. I guess Antica would be the spot to like make a character, start talking to people, ask for their opinions on what they think, or if they know which server to play on. They could always post in forums to see, but you know, if they're really starting off, they won't know all of that. So
Yeah,
they just probably but like
they would be
Antica's
like, what do I do? And then get bored really fast if they come like,
they do. There's a lot of people
with a Brazilian guy running after them at level 8, right after they
Exactly.
got in mainland. So that's why I think that's why a lot of English speakers don't play Tibia, because they don't find the place right away. Because if you, the logic is you go to an NA server, then you have like a majority of people speaking English there because it's NA, but you don't.
No.
So it's kind of complicated for them. It's kind of complicated for people who don't speak Spanish or Brazilian to find a place in Tibia. Even if you have several years playing, like Andy just moved to, Andy's my friend from, he has an Instagram, Deco Dimension, you know?
Oh yeah, Dementia.
He's recently moved to Anticas because he couldn't find a place in Quintero where we were playing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Like yes, a place to fit.
Yeah, and he was like I prefer having hyping that keep playing in a place where I don't get most of the people. I don't understand them, and they don't understand me. So we can like have a bond, like create a bond. So I feel like out of place all the time. I'm gonna go to Antic, and I was like, no, I hate you.
Because even like the English community on Quintera, a lot of people have retired. Like there's a few English guilds, but like a few of them like have retired. Some people have started playing again, but like they know somebody who speaks English, but they also like their main language is like Spanish or Portuguese. So it's kind of like when you hear them talk, you'd be like, oh, or like see them like chatting, it'll be in Spanish or Portuguese. The other person won't know. They'll be like, oh, is it not an English guild? It's like, yeah, we speak English, but there's other players who don't necessarily have to speak English, you know? Like, it's not enforced to speak English. Like, they can speak whatever language. And sometimes that just, like, overpowers, and then the person feels just like, well, I don't want to be here because, like, I don't understand half of their conversation of whatever they're having.
Yeah.
So it's like they kind of feel left out, and then that's when they decide they're like, there's no point to play and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And like it happens a lot. There are more English players in optional PvP. I have that.
Yeah.
Like a lot
I only
more.
felt left out in Sakura. I played Sakura for like half a year, and I was like, "What the fuck are they saying?" Because
you have too many Polish
they
people.
Have like Ireland
really?
people, Netherlands people, some shit like that with weird languages, and I was like,
I don't know nothing.
English? They were like, no, and I'm like, okay, fuck it.
Yeah, they were talking in in Europe server you find mostly Polish again.
Yeah, most of them are Polish.
No, it wasn't
or
Polish.
Swedish.
It was
a
different. I think it was Swedish because it was a different alphabet, like with small circles and shit on the words.
Yeah, maybe Swedish.
I was like, okay.
Okay, so
whatever.
Okay, so Ellie and Reina, we are getting to the end of this episode. So I would like to hear some final words from you to the people that hear this podcast. You know that maybe mostly of our audience is Spanish speakers, but I know you know some words in Spanish, so you're gonna do your best try, right?
Yeah.
So
I will try.
Okay, let's see what you got.
What? Right now?
What do you got? What do you got?
I mean, no. Like what? No, what?
Like
I'm put on the spot. I don't really know much words. Like I know like the basic like I guess Venezuelan slang.
Oh no, you
Um,
can't use that here.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I have learned the bad stuff. I don't know about the
You'd be
good.
like, maldito Maduro.
Wait, you know who to say somebody like, hey, how are you?
Like, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Que
That
lo
was-
que-
that was
that's
a
a
good-
good one.
That's what I was looking for. But with the special like that was a good one.
I mean, I say another thing too, but that's only because like I'd always joke around. So I'd be like, "Que lo que? Soy malandrita." But yeah,
Well,
that's as much as
I want to tell you, I want to tell everybody that I have been trying to invite you to this podcast for like, I don't know,
forever.
months.
Yeah,
Months.
but like every time we would plan to like meet, and then something would come up with my family, or like some situation came up, or then something came up with you the other
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And I was like, ah. And I was just like, man, we even tried to meet for TwitchCon, and that didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Wow.
yeah, I know.
Why did you leave?
uh
He had
I
to
have
like stay in Vegas and stuff,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. He had to stay in Vegas, so he wasn't able to come down.
it's why
No.
last maybe I don't know like 6 hours, 7 hours away still.
Yeah. I ended up in LA after for a bit, but I mean, we were doing a lot of stuff with family and stuff. So I either way, I don't think I would have been able to meet after.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is our second, I think, because the first one I recorded it with a friend from Shivera. Our second English podcast. We don't really have like a lot of English guests over here because people think like, oh, they don't even speak English. We're not gonna like try.
I try to do my
with
best.
them. Yeah. So we're gonna try to have more English podcasts for English speaker people, so they feel included.
Oh, you know what we need, Ellie?
Yeah.
If the people want to follow you, your social networks, something.
Oh, my socials?
Mhm.
Instagram / Ellie Loves Ya.
Okay.
Or that's the same for Twitch. And I barely use Facebook anymore, but like I do like to post like if I get achievements and stuff or levels, that's like a nice place to save it would be on my Facebook page, which would be facebook.com / Ellie Blademaster, my character name.
Okay. That's good. So this way we just are ending this episode. I'm gonna stop recording this. Gonna see you around, guys. Oh, don't forget to follow
Bye.
on our social networks at Podcast Tibiano on Instagram or Facebook. And you know what? We are not a support fan site. So see you there.